All right, Lions, Cardinals, huge game suddenly here just in week 3. Let me know in the comments your score prediction as if your life depended on it. Give it just dead serious. I think it's going to be 24-20. The Lions win. And I think this is a sneaky game. I think if you just look at what happened last week, it's like, oh man, Cardinals are good. And I think they are offensively, but defensively, I think this is a great opportunity for the Lions to really come out of their little funk that they're in. So I think the Lions win this. Let me know in the comments below. Okay, Lions get good news. It's twofold. Lions get good injury news. They get players coming back, and then Arizona has some players not playing. We'll look at that, and then we'll look at this game and break it down. So let's start with who the Lions have coming back. So Terrion Arnold should be okay. So that's good. But Enos Rakestraw and Ife Melifonwu, no practice. Kind of knew that. Melifonwu, man, since he's been here, except for last year, the back half of last year, he's always just got a random injury. It's just, it sucks because he could be a key player for us at some point, and it's just like, dude, why are you always hurt? Like I don't get it. So keep an eye on that one. All right, limited practice. Isaiah Williams, not a big deal for us, but Graham Glasgow and Alex Anzalone came back to practice. This is big because Graham Glasgow's huge. We know that one, but Alex Anzalone, that has to be there. So the Lions are getting 2 key players back and should be all good to go. Plus, Terrion Arnold has been expected to play. Everything the coaches have said is that he's going to play. Need that. Marvin Harrison's on the other side, so let's do it. Now, if you look at the Arizona Cardinals, you can kind of see, and I'm just blocking. I'm just putting myself here. I'm just messing around with this. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, just look at the Arizona. I don't know why I'm doing that. Arizona Cardinals. Xavier Thomas, Beachum, and Stills did not practice or were limited. So you got offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and a linebacker. So their defense isn't great. They don't have the personnel. Offensively, they do. Their running back is always like James Conner is his name, and you're just like, oh yeah, he's good. What? By the way, if you like this hat, link is in the description. Check it out. But James Conner's always like, man, he's good. Marvin Harrison, Mighty Mouse back there. I can't even think of his name. Why can't I think of his name? Kyler Murray, thank you. Mighty Mouse is just running around. His feet are moving a mile a minute, and he's throwing balls all over the place, and you don't know what to expect. So their offense is good, but their defense isn't, right? So we can hopefully make something happen with that. So if you look at it here with the Lions, you can see how the Lions have, like I said, a lot on the injury list, but then you look at it. Marcus Davenport, what's up, baby? He's back. St. Brown's good to go. Isaiah Williams, not a big deal. Kirby Joseph, full. Enos Rakestraw and Melifonwu, we just talked about, aren't going to play. Glasgow should be good. Terrion Arnold should be good. And Alex Anzalone. So we're good, all things considered. I'm happy with where we are with our injuries. Now, let's take a look at this. And if you do like a little deep dive on paper, I love what Pride of Detroit did here. And I think let's spend some time on it here just for a minute, is when you look at the Lions, this is annoying. I'm annoying myself just moving this all over the place. I don't know. I'm just messing with it. But here's 2 reasons why the Lions' passing offense is off to an extremely slow start. For one, the Detroit's interior offensive line is giving up more pressure than normal. And secondly, and this is the most concerning, Jared Goff has been extremely uncharacteristically bad when not under pressure. That is the whole thing, and that's what everyone talks about. Put pressure on Goff, blah, blah, blah. You got to put pressure on Goff. If you put pressure on him, he's not good. And not being able to move is not a small thing. That's a major thing, unfortunately, because what an advantage it is. It used to be an advantage. Okay, I'm going all over the place. Let me start over with where I'm at with a mobile quarterback, because I think that's really important. Then we'll talk about Jared Goff. It all ties in. it used to be such an advantage to be able to move within the pocket and create and go off script and scramble in the NFL. It was thought you couldn't really do that. You shouldn't be running around. But then we start seeing this new age of quarterback, and then you've got Kyler Murray, Mighty Mouse. You've got Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen. And it's like all of a sudden this list goes on and on. Russell Wilson used to be able to. Even Aaron Rodgers. And what happened was you start doing this list, and now that everybody can move except, so it shifted from what an advantage to be able to do that to now everyone can do it at the quarterback position. All the way from Lamar Jackson to Aaron Rodgers, even at 47 years old, he can still move just enough, and not anywhere near like he used to when he was so dangerous, but he can move just enough and then just zing it downfield, extend the play 1 or 2 more seconds, 40-yard pass, right? That's huge. Now it's the norm, and now Jared Goff is at such a disadvantage. He cannot move. He has to play well, and he has to nail the layups because he can't make the splash plays. All he has are the layups. All he has is the mid-range jump shot, but he's good at it. He hits it. He's not Steph Curry. He's not draining threes, behind the back, half quarters. No, he's just mid-range. He's hitting. He's fundamental. Like, he's just doing all the things. But when he's not, now it's like, oh, my gosh, it's off the rails because he can't hit threes and he can't hit the mid-range jumper and he's missing layups. It's like, well, what do we do now? So that's been the problem is he's had some clean pockets, some let's go, let's rip it. And it's like, whoa. I mean, the ones he was skipping in last week was like, whoa, that's not good. So he's uncharacteristically bad. So I say all that to say, it's not a small thing that he's not mobile. That is always a thing that we're always concerned about. And we see it with Hendon Hooker. I mean, Hendon Hooker comes in the preseason, doesn't know what he's doing, but he's like, I can run. So it's like, boom, all right, 7 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards. He's just scrambling around. It just goes to show, even if you don't know what you're doing, you're not throwing the ball, but you can just run around a little bit. It's a huge advantage. And the second thing is, man, what if Jared just gets back to being him? And that's what we're hoping. And it's like, oh, well, then we're fine. And we know that. So I think we're fine. It's just when he has a bad game, sometimes his bad games are just out of this world bad. And that's really concerning. And they're out of this world bad because he can't shoot threes. And so then when he's missing his mid-range shot and then he's missing layups, you're like, oh no, we have the worst quarterback in the history of time. That's not true. It's just he was off a little bit. So again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. The Lions, I think, are going to be totally fine. Injuries are in great shape. Cardinals have a few more injuries. Should be no problem. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll see all of you on the next one.